Okay guys, so in this video we'll be understanding the how to build the generator of unit generator of pix to pix GAN. And generator is nothing in pix to GAN, the generator is nothing but unit. So let us first understand what is unit. Many of you must be knowing what unit is, but let us just for the reference try to understand. So this is a small unit diagram. You can see this is a two layer unit, 2 layers of downsampling and 2 layers of upsampling, and along with upsampling we are also just joining the layers from downsampling part. Okay, so these are the building blocks of unit. So this is one block of downsampling, this is another block of downsampling, this is one block of upsampling. So we have built our entire generator in the same way. So let us open the generator. So in generator we have divided our entire generator is divided into 3 classes. One class is of dedicated to downsampling, you can see this class. One class is of upsampling, you can see this class. And the third class is the generator class, the actual generator which we are building. And in this generator we'll be using both the above classes, upsampling and downsampling. Now you can see that in every downsample we have just made the one block. So again going back to our example, so this is one block, this is another block. So we are not actually coding this entire unit of 2 blocks. We are just coding this one block, and then we'll be replicating it in the entire downsampling part. Again, so for upsampling we'll be just building one block, and then we'll be replicating it in our entire upsampling. So this is one block of downsampling. Downsampling is nothing but we have to reduce the image size, and we have to increase the channels, output channels. So so this is, you can see this is the formula for convolution 2D. We because this is a downsampling, we'll be using convolution 2D here, and this is the formula for convolution 2D. Just a minute, let me zoom it. You can see the formula for convolution 2D. This is in channel, input channel, output channel, kernel, stride and padding. Bias is false. Input and output channels we have kept as it is, because in while declaring our generator will be declaring will be specifying the input and output channels, something like this. So we are building a generator, and here we are specifying the input channel and output channel. So input and output channel will be specifying at the time of building a generator. Now these 3 things are important, because this is nothing but kernel, stride and padding. So we have arranged these values in such a way that the image size is just divided by 2, it becomes half. Okay, so let us see the example here. So this is the formula for calculating the image output, the image output. So you can see this is the input width plus 2 into padding minus kernel divided by stride plus 1. So let's say, just for example, we are giving the input width or height of the channel is 64. So, okay, that means the input dimension is 64 and we want to reduce it to 32. So input dimension is 64, padding is 1, you can see here we have put 1, kernel is 4 and stride is 2. So when you put all these things and you multiply it, you get 32. That means the input image which we have given is 64, and we are successfully able to get the image size of 32. So we are successfully able to divide it by 2. Okay, make it half. So that is what downsampling is, and this is just the forward function where we are making use of our model. This downsample, we take the input and we pass it through the model, and we get the output. So this is just one block of downsample, you can see here, and we are using 8 blocks of downsample, total 8 times. So we are downsampling an image by total 8 number of times. Okay, now this is an upsample. Upsampling is nothing but we have used convolution transpose 2D. Okay, here, so that means we have to increase the size of the image and plus decrease the number of channels. Okay, so again here input and output channels we have not specified, will be specifying while building a generator. So here you can see upsample, we have specified the input and output channel here. Okay, and again these values are nothing but kernel size, stride and this is padding. Okay, so again the purpose of these 3 values, you can always experiment with your values. It is not necessary that you take these values, you can take any values you want, but the purpose of choosing these 3 values is such that we have, because we are actually expanding the image, we are upsampling the image. We have to in every block we have to double the size of the image. So these values are carefully chosen so that the output, the size of the image gets doubled. So we can check it here. This is convolution transpose through the formula. So this is, you can see this is the input width of an image, -1 into stride, -2 into padding, plus kernel -1 plus 1. This is the formula. So if we substitute the values here, you can see, let's say just for example, the input width of the image is 4. Now we want to double the image to 8. Okay, so stride we have selected as 2. Okay, padding is 1, kernel size is 4. Okay, and the rest are the values. So if you substitute all the values, finally you get 8 here. That means the input value which we have given is 4, and we are able to successfully get 8. We are able to double the size of the image. So that is the part of the upsampling. One more thing to notice here, that this forward function of upsampling is different from forward function of downsampling. Here we are simply accepting an input image and passing through the model. Here also we are doing the same thing. We are accepting an image and passing through the model. But in addition to that, we are also accepting one more input, that is the skip input. So after we have actually accepted the original input, passed it through the model and got the output, we'll take this output and we'll take the skip connection output and we'll just concate it on the dimension 1. And what is dimension 1 in PyTorch? In PyTorch, dimension 1 is the channels, number of channels. So we are actually concatenating this the number of channels. And then so this is how things are. We'll see the output step by step later on. Let us so these are the two classes. Let us understand how we are building our generator. So this is the generator. We are using the downsampling class here. You can see here. So this is the input channel. So main thing to notice here is that for generator, the input should be 3 channel and the output is also 3 channel. So input is the 3 channel which will be giving, the output should also be the 3 channel. So this is the output. So we have to design the entire generator in such a way that the input is anyway 3, but the output should gradually come down to 3. Okay, so 3, and then there is if you can see the first layer of downsampling, this is the input channel, and this is a very big jump in the number of channels. So from 3 we are just jumping to 64 number of channels. Okay, 64 to 128, 128 to 256, 256 to 512, and then the number of channel remains constant. Again in downsampling, we from 512 we start, and we then comes to 128, and from 128 we reduce it to the number of channels 3. One more thing to notice here is that we have, in the final layer, we have used upsampling here. You can always use convolution transport 2D. That's completely fine. It is up to you. Okay, and this is this you can see here. We are accepting this as a skip connection, which we talked here in this class, in this upsampling class. So let us understand. So what is the original input to this? Original input is the output of the just previous layer. So output of the previous layer is D8. And what is the skip connection output? Output is D7. That means output of the previous to previous layer. Okay. Now what is the original input of let's say this second layer? The output of just immediate layer. So output of immediate layer is U1. Okay. And what is the skip connection? Skip connection which we are using is D6. So D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1, and then finally U7, which we take to U8. Okay. In the last layer, you can see we are not using any skip connection. Okay. So this is how generator is built. Now let us check the output of the generator. So you can see the output of the generator here. We are just creating a random noise of the shape of an image 3 cross 256 cross 256. Then we are passing that noise through the channel through the generator, and then we are having this entire values. Important thing to note here is that, see, this is the input. Input is of the shape 1 cross 3 cross 256 cross 256. And what is the output? So output is also same. That means generator input and output should be same in our model, and this is how the things progress in generator. So this is the input. After the first block of output, because there was a big channel jump, you can see here, see this is the first block. This is channel number 3, and there is a huge jump in the number of channels, 64. And so here also you can see there is a huge jump in a number of channels, that is 64. Okay, just a minute. Okay, and we have reduced the number of the size of the image by 2. Okay, this is half of this size. So we have there is a huge jump in the channel, and the image size is reduced by 2. Then the channel keeps on doubling, you can see, and the image size keeps on reducing by 2. Finally the channel number of channels comes to a means constant value of 512, but the image size, you can see it is reducing. Okay, so this entire thing is the downsampling. So you can see the last block of downsampling, where the number of channels is 512 and the image size is 1 cross 1. It is just 1 pixel. Now this output of a downsample is an input to the upsample. Okay, and also you can see that first we'll pass this to the upsampling block. So the number of channel remains constant, but the size doubles. So that was the target here. You can see here we wanted to double the size, so we have given 4 as the input and we got 8 as the output. Okay, so here you can see that 4 is the input and we are getting the 8 as the output. Okay, and this is, you can see we have doubled the size. Okay, and this is the skip connection input. So what is the skip connection input? Okay, is the skip connection of block 7. Okay, and then when we finally join these two things, the number of channels, this is dimension 1, the number of channels actually doubles, and the shape of the image remains the constant. Okay, this is how the entire thing progresses, and finally we get this. So this is how we are successfully able to build the generator, unit generator, in this way. Okay, and for rest of the things there will be another video where we'll be discussing our